Hello world, it is Thursday, July 29th, 2021, and kind of an overcast, stormy day today. I think there's going to be some more thunderstorms rolling through and then a cold front. So tomorrow is supposed to be, tonight it'll be really cool, and tomorrow will be a much cooler day, and I'm assuming lower humidity too. Today's devotion is entitled "A Mother's Work is Never Done" by Lillian Daniel. Lillian bases the devotion upon the Gospel of Mark, chapter 1, verses 30 through 31, New Revised Standard Version. Simon's mother-in-law was in bed with a fever, and they told Jesus about her at once. He came and took her by the hand and lifted her up. Then the fever left her, and she began to serve them. And Lillian writes, "This story cracks me up. Simon's mother was very ill, consumed with a fever, but Jesus was able to cure his friend's mother, to raise her up. What a moment that must have been. So after this life-threatening illness and a miracle cure, what does this woman do next? She makes them all dinner, of course. Simon may be grown up. His mother may have just had a near-death experience. But a mother's work is never done. Back when I had one child in college and another kid with a short year left at home, I found myself suddenly longing to cook meals for kids. I loved it when Ab's friends just happened to find themselves together around the kitchen counter and I could whip up a little something. In my early years of parenting, cooking for my children was just another chore in a working mom's life. But now that my kids are grown, I'd like to do more of it. I look forward to that kind of caretaking. When Simon's mother recovered, she must have been enormously grateful to have been given more days to live. But what she chose to do in that moment was something very ordinary. She cooked a meal for her son and his friends. Because when you look back on your life, it's not the big vacations, the promotions, or the extraordinary events you remember. It's the simple stuff, like cooking a meal for your son and his friends." Lillian's prayer. God, you are the host, the mother who waits for us with a heavenly banquet and a loving heart. In you may we find the grace to delight in each other and in each day you give us. Amen. A couple of things sprang to mind when I was reading this devotion. One of which is that culturally in that time and place, in Jesus' time and place, that was the woman of the household's role. And by healing her, he restored her to her position culturally, which was would have been a really good thing. So it's not like she just cooked a meal. It was Jesus not only healed her, he restored her to her standing in her society. And that's one of the key things I think we miss if you just read it literally and not with any kind of understanding of the culture of the time. The other part of it is, for me, I feel the same way as Lillian. Cooking food, being at table with people, has great communal meaning. It's not just about the food you eat, but it's about the community you make sitting around the table. And I think that's one of the reasons why celebrating communion, celebrating Jesus' table in our tradition in the first Sunday of the month is so important, because it's about community and remembering what life is really about, which is living for and with one another. And what better place to do it than around the table? And besides, I really do like to cook. I can imagine if it's not something you enjoy doing, it can be a chore, but to sit and eat with others, that's the reward. Hope you have a good day, and I will talk to you again tomorrow.